On tonight's Elon Local News, we do it every day. Enter personal information online. What can you do to keep your account safe?
Burlington 2014, we're having a great day, fun in the sun in the park.
It's been around more than 25 years, and this local attraction won't cost you a thing.
Big wins this weekend as fans and families set records in game attendance. This is Elon Local News, Elon's news leader.
Thanks for tuning in this Monday, September 22nd.
Breaking news tonight, police officers are directing traffic from McMichael down to Danley. Less than an hour ago, emergency responders arrived on the scene of a two-car accident on Haggard Avenue outside of Sheridan Apartments. According to Elon police officer Genitali, one driver is okay and one is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Officer Giannetti does not believe that either driver was involved was an Elon student. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Elon student Devin Barthoff is recovering from a car accident this summer. On-campus organizations joined in an effort to raise money for her recovery.
This weekend, the Elon community came together to support Devin Barthoff with the tailgate. Barthoff was in a serious car accident, leaving her with 4 separate brain bleeds, 7 skull fractures, extensive damage to her face, and later a stroke that led to an emergency surgery. Hannah Gregory was Barthoff's roommate and still can't believe this happened.
That's what's the most challenging, that someone that has been like such a big part of my life and is such a great person, that something like that could happen so quickly, and it's going to change her forever.
Safe Rides and Sparks co-sponsored the event.
And they've been really helpful in trying to promote that this year is about just remember Devin.
The tailgate raised more than $1,000 for Barthoff and her family. Paige Peroso, Elon Local News.
If you would like to donate or follow Devin's progress, you can find the link to her Caring Bridge page on our website, elonlocalnews.com.
Biscuits and Politics, that was the name of the game Saturday morning as the Alamance County Republican headquarters hosted Speaker of the NC House Tom Tillis for a campaign event in Burlington. Education was on the menu. While Tillis and his wife Susan were eating a Southern breakfast Saturday morning, the conversation between Alamance County Republicans focused on the ability for North Carolina residents to get a quality education.
The opportunities that I had when I was 20 years old and 22 years old are just not out there today. I want those opportunities back, because this generation deserves to have the same opportunities that I did.
While Kay Hagan, his opponent in the race for NC Senate, has disagreed with Tillis' idea to make changes to the Department of Education, Tillis says he wants to take the measures to improve the futures of graduates from schools within the state.
We're trying to set the stage for when those young men and women get out of college, they have a job and a future. And right now, I don't believe that that's likely. Members of Elon's College Republicans organization attended the event and had some nonpartisan opinions on the election.
Not only can we talk about the issues, but we can do something about it. We can engage with the community by coming to events like this.
Elon's College Republicans chairman, Junior Julia Mueller, stressed the importance of preparation before walking into the voting booth.
Do your research. Know what each person's stance is, and more than anything, if you vote for Hagan, if you vote for Tillis, just be active and be aware.
Sham says students need to pop the idea of an Elon bubble and pay attention to the issues that matter in Alamance County.
Well, these issues that are being debated in this election, they're affecting all of us. And even though we might not feel the effects as well as the people in the community as Elon students, it's important to be aware of them, because sooner or later they are going to be affecting us.
Elon students from across the country voicing their opinion in an election they may not even be able to vote in. Reached out to Alamance County voters Saturday, Kay Hagan hosted a Military Service Academy Day in Winston-Salem. We checked Kay Hagan's schedule for the upcoming week, and while nothing is on the docket as of yet, we'll keep you updated as we find out more.
You can register to vote online thanks to Elon's partnership with TurboVote. TurboVote is a tool that makes it easy to register and track local, state, and national elections. TurboVote will send you text message reminders for elections and will send you your state's absentee ballot in the mail. Visit elon.edu/vote for more information. And after you voted, tune in here to Channel 5 on November 4th as we bring to you live updates as the results roll in. We'll have reporters around the state, in-studio interviews, and panels with Elon professors.
Last year, the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, recorded more than 250,000 identity theft complaints. Curtis Apparent looked into ways you can protect your identity online.
They pretty much wiped me dry.
The statistics might surprise you. According to the North Carolina Department of Justice, 1 in 5 college students have been a victim of identity theft. Senior Olivia Nehmeyer had her identity stolen her freshman year.
And I just thought it was ridiculous because it took someone, half an hour, 45 minutes to blow through my debit card.
Nehmeyer learned the importance of keeping her information secure. But Christina Bonds, web application specialist from Elon Technology, says that entering sensitive information onto unprotected internet sites makes you more vulnerable, as you may not even realize where your information is being stored.
You have servers in different places, so you can't always watch where your data is.
Bonds also warns while online shopping is convenient, students should check to make sure the websites they're visiting are secure, a measure that only takes an extra look at the search bar. You want to be on sites that use HTTPS, not HTTP. HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, which means that hijackers cannot access your private information.
Moving forward, I was just a lot more cautious. I check my spending on my phone.
Now Nehmeyer uses her banking app daily and says it has helped her stay on top of her accounts by allowing her to monitor transactions made on her card.
I can go and see my posted and my pending charges and what time and where they occurred.
Carissa Parent, Elon Local News.
September is Women in Business Month, honoring the success of women in the professional world. Elon will contribute to that workforce as even more women graduate in the spring. Senior Markeisha Allen will get her diploma in May, but has already accepted a job offer. She'll work at the investment company Vanguard. She says her mother is her biggest inspiration.
I always loved math, was always really good at math and numbers and science, but then I decided when I came to college I wanted to do finance and business to help better her as well as better all the young Black minority students or just people in the world who don't have the opportunity to really learn the right way to do it.
Markeisha's advice to any young women looking to succeed: make sure you speak up.
I think it's just that personal drive and that confidence to say, you know, I'm here, I'm gonna be a big voice in the room.
From women here at Elon to women around the globe, Harry Potter actress and Goodwill ambassador Emma Watson started a new campaign this weekend when she spoke in front of the United Nations. She encouraged the audience to work together, both men and women, towards gender equality.
We are launching a campaign called He for She. I am reaching out to you because we need your help. We want to end gender inequality. And to do this, we need everyone involved.
The Job and Internship Expo is coming to campus on Wednesday. Companies will have representatives in Alumni Gym from 2 to 5:30. All majors and years are welcome to explore the part-time and full-time employment opportunities at the job fair. Throughout the week, companies including McGladrey, KPMG, and Insight Global will have on-campus interviews. Log on to the Student Professional Development Center for more details.
A recent study out of Syracuse University shows just why you may want to visit the fair on Wednesday. Of the more than 1,200 students asked, a quarter said they landed jobs through networking with industry professionals, while 22% said they returned to past jobs and internships after graduating. 16% said they found jobs on internet listings, and another 16% at career fairs.
Coming up on Elon Local News, you've seen her around the dining halls, but what about life outside of campus?
A place to work, play, or hang out. This new space right off campus is now open.
Our reporter at the scene says traffic is now flowing normally on Haggard Avenue after the two-car accident outside of Sheridan Apartments.
This weekend, Elon welcomed more than 1,200 parents for Family Weekend, and for some like the White family, their connection to Elon spans generations.
I came down to visit, and that was it.
I saw Elon and a few other schools in North Carolina, and I visited and fell in love.
Carrie and Stuart White both enrolled as students at Elon College 30 years ago. The Elon tradition continued last year when they moved in their daughter, Lindsay.
Came down and visited, and I just fell in love with it.
With Lindsay, currently a sophomore, the Whites look forward to Elon traditions like Parents Weekend.
We came down in August to drop Lindsay off and here for Family Weekend, so it's wonderful. It really is. It's just I feel like I've never left. Obviously the place has changed, but it's pretty special.
Even though campus has evolved, the Whites still feel at home.
Definitely physically it's changed, but there's still a community feeling here and a lot of friendliness and just a sense of family when you walk through the campus. It's exactly how I remember it.
Lindsay says she loves sharing a campus with her parents.
People always find it so special when I mention that both of my parents went here.
While not every weekend is family weekend, the Whites say they visit as much as possible.
We were so excited because when we come back, we feel like we're still in college at times. You get that warm at-home feeling when you come.
Katie Kaler, Elon, Local News.
Loved ones came to Elon from all over the country this weekend, but one student spent Parents Weekend an ocean away from her family.
I told my parents when I was 12 that I was going to go away.
Junior Lena Cagliari is an international business major from France. She's in Elon's dual degree program, and it's allowed her to spend her first 2 years of college in France and now finish her degree here at Elon. Only a month at Elon, Cagliari already notices some major differences.
The relationship with your teacher is so different. Like in France, the teacher is just like here to like lecture you and then he goes away and that's it. Like no, having my teacher's phone number is something like completely incredible.
Not only is the classroom environment different, but Cagliari is also picking up on different social norms.
In France, when you hug someone, it's like someone really, really, really close. So here it's like to say hi to people, so I'm getting used to it, but like at first it was really weird. I was like, hi, I don't know you. How are you?
Despite missing friends and family, Cagliari says her move to Elon has been a smooth one.
I don't feel homesick, and I was so scared that I'm gonna like cry and like call my mom, like, Mom, I miss you.
Cagliari reminds us not to take things that Elon offers for granted.
The convocation, this thing like Elon honor code, like for you it's like, oh, I have to go and stuff, but for me it's like, wow, this is huge, this is so cool, I'm in America.
Marcella Hawkins, Elon Local News.
While Lena is spending 2 years here at Elon, senior Anna Kurtz is doing the opposite and is studying in France for her second and senior year. She says she's also noticed a few cultural differences.
Everything in France is much slower. Everything from like pace of life, and people will take like an hour to 2 hours at lunch just to like relax and enjoy, and like no one like multitasks while they're eating and things like that.
As fall fashion season approaches, our Kaylee Tracy found a familiar mother-daughter pair who share more than just their jeans.
I think that we'll be a diva till we die.
You may recognize Miss Judy from McEwen Dining Hall. Candida Gutierrez is her daughter and says her mom expresses herself through fashion.
If she had her way about it, she would be dolled up every day.
Miss Judy's love of fashion has rubbed off on Gutierrez and has become a passion that they share.
I remember borrowing tops and things of hers and earrings for my class school pictures growing up.
The love is a family affair, and Miss Judy credits her dad for her fashion sense.
My dad, he's like us. He's got to have the bling bling and the, be real sharp, as he would say.
Bling bling is popular for the mom and daughter, but Miss Judy doesn't always get to accessorize at work.
You don't get to really show it off in the dining hall, but I guess that's how I can pull it off for you at work and wear it.
Sharing their jewelry and clothes, the two have similar fashion tastes.
We like to have our own style, that's for sure. We don't really follow anybody else.
Gutierrez now displays her lifelong love of fashion every day through her job.
I just have a passion for beautiful things, and I like servicing people where I can make them feel good when they leave my store.
Working as store manager at Burlington Brands, her mom believes she is making customers feel comfortable.
You're very good with customers.
Well, so are you, Mother. I get it honestly. You taught me well.
And what does Miss Judy like most about her daughter's job?
We can get a bargain.
And for the duo's next fashion move,
we'll make sure you look good.
That's true.
That's what we're about. Make sure you look good.
Kaylee Tracy, Elon Local News.
Students and professors can also get a deal at Burlington Brands, 10% off with your Elon ID.
Friends and family were around this weekend, but these friends have been around for a little longer. The NBC show Friends premiered 20 years ago in 1994, the year some Elon students, like myself, were born. Now, Jasmine, I don't know if you remember last year, a few Elon seniors created a remake of the intro.
And it's almost, it actually is identical. Yeah. They put the two together and they did it scene by scene in front of Alamance Fountain. I think they were on Good Morning America and got a lot of publicity for it.
Yeah, and I remember they were even on, Good Morning America. Absolutely.
A new park right near Elon.
A new park right near Elon, how the local community came together to make it possible.
Burlington 2014, we're having a great day, fun in the sun in the park.
What historical monument has been going round and round for more than a quarter of a decade?
As we head to break, we asked you, the viewers, to send us pictures with your parents using the hashtag ELNParent. Here are some of the photos you and our staff shared from this weekend. Another park across town, the Burlington City Park, was flooded with people this weekend for the annual Burlington Carousel Festival. Our Rajat Agarwal gave it a whirl.
Balloons, barbecue, and basketball. Lawrence Slade Park has reopened. The local community gathered Friday to celebrate the event. Local families came out to enjoy the newly renovated space.
I think this is a nice thing that they're doing.
Playing the slide and playing the swing.
The celebration kicked off with a performance from Elon's own Sweet Signatures and concluded as the sunset with a movie on the lawn. The performance is just one of many things that the park can now host.
Not only a place for children to play, but it's now a meeting place for birthdays, family reunions, holiday gatherings.
Lawrence Slade is the park's namesake and remembers what it used to look like.
I grew up in this community as a little boy. I remember when this very space standing was nothing but red clay. We all called it Red Hill.
The town of Elon began fundraising years ago to update the nearly 4 acres of land. Former Elon assistant basketball coach and alum Frank Haith is a major contributor.
I grew up in this community, went to high school at Western MS High School, and I went to college at Elon. This park was somewhat here while I was growing up, and I just feel blessed to have the opportunity to be able to give back to something that gave something to me.
Thanks to Haith's commitment, local residents like Stephanie Fields and Camille White now have a place to play.
I've been here all my life, so it's a lot better than what it used to look like before. I stayed inside mostly because there was nothing to do out here. It's like it was really run down and ragged. Like no one would come out here.
The improvements wouldn't have been possible without donations from Elon University, the Twin Lakes community, and the North Carolina Parks and Recreation Trust Fund. Their total, more than $250,000. Jenny Hook, Elon Local News.
And now that we've checked out Lawrence Slade Park, let's go back and check out the Burlington Carousel Festival, which happened this weekend.
Planes, trains, and boats. It was the 27th annual Burlington Carousel Festival, and for the first time, Elon's Coronado Center got involved.
We add a different aspect to the festival. Adding music to this part is definitely nice, but it also shows that the Elon community is part of the downtown Burlington community. But we're trying to increase the different events that we're a part of.
Many came and watched the various artists perform, and all for free.
That's a huge part of this festival is that it's free. It's free for the families to come out. It's free for our local students to come out.
The Carousel is a historic living museum and more than 100 years old. But it's not the only thing that has people flocking in the gates.
It's grown, so the carousel obviously is like the center part of why we had the festival, but it's about, like Brandy said, being local, so spotlighting our local and regional musicians, our artists, our food vendors, and continuing to grow that as we move forward.
Now planning for the 28th festival begins, and expect changes the next time around.
Oh yes, carrying on tradition, that's a big part of the Carousel Festival, but continue to add on, listening to the community, what they want, and bringing that into the festival.
Rajat Agarwal.
Down low. There you go, champ.
Elon Local News.
For students and parents living the maroon life, Elon football gave them a little bit more to cheer about Saturday night. All that and more coming up. Elon football won its first game since last October this past weekend, snapping an 8-game losing streak and giving Coach Skrosky his first win as Phoenix head coach. Here's more. Elon football gave the more than 11,000 fans something to cheer about Saturday night as the third largest crowd in school history supported the team in its game against UNC Charlotte. A victory Skrosky will enjoy for now.
I'm really happy for the kids. You know, Coach Blank got me right after the game, and I'll enjoy it. You know, I'll go home, I'll, spend some time with Suzanne, and then we'll be back to work tomorrow. But it feels good. I don't know if it's a weight off my shoulders.
The matchup versus the 49ers came down to the final play when a touchdown by the Niners was called back as time expired. That sent Elon players into a frenzy for the first time this season as players stormed the field in celebration. This win serves as the first home win for the Phoenix since September of last year, something that Skrosky believes will fire up his team, including senior linebacker Odell Benton.
And that's probably one of the best moments of my whole career, to tell you the truth, to be out there on the field and see all 80-some-odd guys running onto the field and seeing the happiness in everybody's face.
Skrosky and the Phoenix offense had difficulty in the red zone, especially last weekend versus North Carolina A&T.
Holy crap, that might be the worst red zone offense in the world. You know what I mean? Winning minimizes mistakes, and we can't let that be a problem with us.
But that wasn't an issue this time around as the team scored 2 red zone touchdowns. For Elon, the celebration won't last long. The team will be back to work this week, preparing for its matchup against Coastal Carolina this weekend. Linebacker Odell Benton was named CAA Defensive Player of the Week. He forced a fumble, recovered a fumble, and intercepted a 49er throw in the win. Rich Skrosky wasn't the only one with a milestone victory this past weekend. Elon women's soccer head coach Chris Neal earned his 100th career victory on Friday with a 2-0 win over Garber Webb. Our Brianna Eck has the story.
He knew it, his players knew it, but Elon head women's soccer coach Chris Neal approached Friday evening's game against Gardner-Webb no differently than any other game. The difference this time? A victory would put him at the century mark. After a 2-0 shutout of the Runnin' Bulldogs at Rudd Field, Neal and his players celebrated career win number 100.
A win always feels great. It's hard to believe that it's to 100 at this point, but just feels good.
Neal said his players make the milestone even that much more special for him, and he couldn't have asked for a better group of girls.
I got a good group of kids to work with, so them throwing the ice water on me at the end of the game, as a coach, that's a great feeling.
Coach Neal said he'll savor the moment, but always has his eye on the next game. Brianna Eck, Elon Local News.
The women's soccer team currently sits at 4-4 and will open CAA play this Friday when the team squares off against Hofstra at 7 p.m. from Rudd Field. Elon Club Rugby wasn't the only team in action against this weekend. They played Greensboro Friday as part of the Club Sports Rivalry Series. The series debuted last spring in an attempt to raise money and attention for Elon's club sports programs.
The rivalry games gives every club team the opportunity to bring a team from any other school and bring them here to play.
In the match, the Phoenix came up short on the field 19-14, but the players think the event was a success.
I'm happy with the turnout. I'd like to say thanks to everyone that came. Club Sports did a great job marketing it, running the event. Hopefully this series continues to grow and other teams get the support that they deserve.
The next rivalry series game will take place on Saturday at 4 p.m. as the men's ultimate frisbee team faces off against Davidson. That's all we have for sports this week. Be sure to catch up with us throughout the week on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at ELN Sports, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/ELN Sports, and check out our Instagram at ELN_sports. I'm Jacob LaPlante. Gary and Jasmine, back to you guys.
That rugby seems really intense. It looks a little bit painful, but also they must be so athletic.
Something that I probably couldn't do. I'd say I'm a little too small to play rugby, but I definitely have a lot of respect for all of the players who get out there. A lot of practices, 3 days a week. I actually found that out today. So they work really, really hard.
And I know one of our stories last year was one of our producers, Ryan Green, going
That's
out there.
That's right, Ryan. We remember you learning how to play rugby. She should be a pro out there.
She should be a pro out there, absolutely. But thanks for tuning in to Elon Local News.
For updates on tonight's stories and others, tune in tomorrow at 9:50 as Elon Morning goes live right here in the studio.
From all of us at Elon Local News, have a great night, Elon.